Jed, what is the current number? What are the current numbers?
What do you make of the Phils' a 3-game losing streak? 24% of our listeners and viewers say it's not a big deal at all. 26 say a sign of what's to come, and 51 say a squandered opportunity.
And that's where I've been at. I think
that's your word.
That's my word. Yes,
word of the day.
I think it's a squandered opportunity just because after Saturday, think about how everybody was feeling. Fast forward to Wednesday, it's F for a number of reasons. What do you guys think?
I think it is somewhat squandered opportunity. When you really look at where they are right now, they were in a very good spot. You're right. On Saturday, they were in a great spot, sitting on top of the Cardinals. All of a sudden, boom, 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 and now all of a sudden you're looking up at them again. And you go into Toronto, you're 2 guys short, really. I don't say they're 4 guys short. I think they're 2 guys short.
Well, 2, and they couldn't replace a pitcher.
Yeah, but I mean, how many times you're not? But Aaron Nola. Let me put it this way. He wasn't going to pitch anyway, so you weren't going to see him anyway. So they're not really short in that sense.
Well, it would have been if –
It's just my opinion. I don't think they're really short in that sense. But when you really look at it, I mean, you have opportunity after opportunity. Or is this whole situation really kind of London Bridge is falling down without Bryce Harper? I think that could also be thrown out there because are they starting to feel the effects without Harper in that lineup and his run production?
It's definitely a part of it for sure. I mean, it's an adrenaline rush as soon as he ends up leaving. It's okay, what can we do? And they showed some life. But I also feel, and I know that the offense is striking out a lot. We saw that happen last night. And the bullpen technically did not do horrendous in their bullpen game. But it's toxic to have to wonder if you're Rob Thompson. Do I go with Bilotti one more? Is Familia getting a second inning? Do I have to take out Chris Sanchez or do I wait one more batter? The idea and the whole concept of needing to think about that every single inning, I think plays a role in managing the game, and it plays a role in the style of the game. So to kind of summarize, I look at it as without Ranger and without Zach Eflin, you might be starting to feel how heavy it's getting in the managerial side of competing in a game.
And my part's going to be going off of that. I think it's going to be taxing on that bullpen at some point.
Well,
it's not right now, but it will be.
And that, to me, is where it's not just the Nola thing, is that Dombrowski made it clear that the replacement starter wasn't eligible to pitch. So that put him in. So that's 2 bullpen games.
Yeah, can you imagine that? You're getting called up and you can't go.
You can't go. So that's why he got sent down in the first place. That's more where, I mean, if the pitcher short is because of the bullpen game. And now, how much pressure on Wheeler tonight, not just to be good, but even if he's not good, to eat innings.
Yeah, you're usually going to get 6 or 7 out of him, regardless if he's good or bad.
But if he only
got rocked or something early
tonight,
in the game,
you got guys dead tired because the off day's not till tomorrow. And thankfully they do have the off day tomorrow.
And
without the off day tomorrow,
then you have those Marlins who, I've called them bottom feeders in the past. I really think they've been that, but their starting rotation is really good.
Right.
And if you go down there thinking you're going to walk all over that team, they're going to jump all over.
Are they lined up against Alcantara? They always
I haven't seen it. I
got to look because I'm going to be at the game on Sunday.
Oh, you're going down to Miami?
Yeah.
Nice.
Complete coincidence.
Oh,
but,
really?
Yeah, I booked a vacation. This happened 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe this.
Last year.
Yeah, it seems a little too strange.
2 years in a row. Last year, booked a trip to San Diego. We get there that Saturday. Phillies were there. That was the game where Hoskins hits the 2 home runs and then has to shut it down afterwards because of the groin.
Right.
And then this trip, booked the Miami trip, honestly, because it was cheap.
Alcantara versus Gibson, game 1.
Yeah, so. Yeah,
how come with this team, though, right now, you talk about Bryce Harper, it seems other than Kyle Schwarber hitting a homer and, weirdly enough, Alec Boehm out of nowhere hitting
that was going to be the next point.
Yeah, where's this offense coming
How much of this, though, and what you say, I'm not saying you're wrong at all about if it's London Bridge falling down, but you know what might be catching up to him the most? No production in right field.
That's an issue.
I'm saying
Castellanos has been an issue all year.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You look at his numbers. I looked at the numbers the other day.
It's cute.
It's like 250,
nice.
49, somewhere in that area. And the funny part is, but then you look at his home runs, brutal.
Off speed away pisses me off.
He's not seeing the baseball. No. I know a lot of people have brought up his elbow. Okay, if his elbow's hurting him, then why is he swinging at pitches 2 feet outside?
Right, because he's not going to reach him. And if he does, he's not going to do anything with them. Booney looked this up right at the top of the show. He has 2 extra base hits in the last 23 games.
Wow.
Yeah. You know one thing
that he was paid. Jason Stark was on last hour. He's got to have some pop.
I got to tell you something that bothered me. I think it was last night I was watching the game, and you could see him swinging on deck, and it looked like his swing plane was all to right field.
Right.
It was the oddest thing I've seen.
So,
And and when I'm in work, we have the TVs up that you could see their
Yeah.
batting practice. His batting practice is like swing as hard as you can type stuff. I don't understand that, because your first round should be all about making contact, hitting the ball up the middle, and then you start moving the ball. Most guys will move the ball around. He's just swinging as hard as he can for that right side. I think home runs are in the back of his head now.
Where's Kevin Long, though, when you need him?
Well,
He's working with them. I mean,
sure.
sometimes a guy can't fix himself.
What was
JT
funny
hasn't
is-
fixed himself.
no, and him not being available doesn't help the situation tonight either.
Right.
But whatever. But there are some people on the line who want to welcome us, and I want to give them the opportunity to do this before we get more into that into the sports chat. But at least look, we agreed on the first thing ever: squandered opportunity.
Definitely.
Look at that! Look at that! You ain't see that?
Who
Bring it all
made up
together.
the answers?
What do you mean,
Those answers.
To the poll?
Yeah.
Tom.
Tom? I told you.
See, he knew which one everybody wanted to answer. That's why he
just
put
do what I'm
squandered
told,
in
man.
there.
Well, you know,
Put
he's
squandered in there on
He
purpose.
started player of the day. The guys, I'm telling you, he's aces. He's aces. Greg and Lancaster, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
How you doing today, Tyrone?
What's up, Greg?
I'm actually very excited for the new show.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of the previous host, but that's what he turned me on to you and Jen, and I'm big fans of you guys, and now Ricky Bo and Hunter Brody, and I've always liked Ricky Bo's work on the pre and post game show, because he tells it the way it is, even though he's working for somebody.
A partner.
Yeah, people think you don't work for the team, but you do.
Yeah,
I know.
understand
Just
that.
like no, not you, Greg. I'm saying people go, oh, you work for the. No, I work when I do Sixers Outsiders, a partner with the Sixers. If only the Sixers would cut me a check.
Well, literally, the first day I ever did that job, they put me behind the desk, sat me next to, I think it was Michael Barkan, and said, he's going to ask you questions. You answer. I said, any way I want. They said, it's on you. I said, all right.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it. Yeah. And what I want to ask you, Tyrone, is: are you going to start calling Hunter Brody Broads?
Yeah, see, we've had this discussion, Greg.
That's a good question, Greg. It's unnatural for me.
See, I feel for you, it might be one of those things where our friendship and our partnership here, you might be the one that goes Hunter, and it feels right. But honestly, when Ricky Bo throws out Hunter or something, it feels awkward. But with you, it feels right. You calling me my first.
It's
I don't know.
Broads, Scords, and Tyrone. See, I stay with it.
Swords.
See,
I'm all right with it.
scores.
I could go Scordsy, like hockey. During hockey season, I'll
It'll
call you
be
Scordsy.
Scorsy.
I
All
like
right.
that.
I'm with it.
All right. Listen. If
He
it's
does
that-
not like it at all.
He doesn't like nicknames. I
don't-
don't know why I said it like that. He doesn't like nicknames.
No,
I don't know why.
Honestly, the only reason I call Booney is because I was when they introduced him, it was like that was his name. The problem is with Hunter, I can't do it.
You can't go
I can't
Broads?
do it. I can't do it.
He can't
When we
say it.
introduced, they said Hunter. They didn't say Broads. Like you didn't say, hey, I said I'm Tyrone. You didn't say Broads. You said Hunter.
Yeah, but I know you well enough now where if Chuck D'Amico walked in and said, Tyrone, meet Broads, and you'd be like, Broads, I'm like, my name's Hunter Brody, I go by Broads, you would not believe in calling me by the nickname still. You just said an hour
You just
ago,
did say
is
that.
Chuck Fletcher's name actually Chuck? Because I
I'll
don't
try to
believe
find
it.
out. Because he's not doing a good job.
You're right.
All right, he's not doing a good job
That's
right
why.
now. And it bothers me. Also, you guys will learn this.
So if
you
I
don't
do a
know.
good job, then Broads is on the table.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You know, maybe 1 year in. Well, you start August 1st, everybody, obviously. August 1st, 2023, boom, Broads. But,
Oh, he said it. He said
It
it.
didn't even feel right,
I'm
though.
capable of saying the words. I
Yeah,
just
it
don't
sounded
feel it.
uncomfortable, though.
See, that's
Yeah, he
what I
doesn't
mean.
feel it.
It's forced. It's forced. It even happens with my wife, who I want to thank, by the way, for riding with me through, again, I guess I said this in the sales meeting earlier. 22 years doing this, and I've survived. And I've been proud of the fact that I've been able to survive because this is a tough business. This is my first opportunity for success, and it feels good. I got to be honest. And I want to thank my wife, Elizabeth, who everyone else calls her Libby, but I call her Elizabeth. It's a
There it
thing.
is.
Yeah, it's a
And
thing.
you've been married how long?
It'll be 9 years. In
So you
September.
won't even go
And
there.
I've been with her since 07.
And you won't even go there.
No,
That's unreal.
I can't. But she rode with a survivor, and other people might not have. So I really, really appreciate that.
Boy.
I really do.
I call her Elizabeth too, but because you call her Elizabeth.
Yeah, but everyone else calls her Libby.
Everybody else calls her Libby, but everybody calls you Anthony.
Yeah.
Your family, at least.
Yeah. Let's talk to Tasty Cake Dom, and then I'll explain that.
Please.
Tasty Cake Dom, how are you today? You're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, Tyrone, how are you? I wanted to call you guys, and, I'm big fans of all of you guys.
Thank you.
And
Thanks, Dom.
I think it's going to be a great show. And I know that I listen to you and Hunter every Saturday, so I know you guys have chemistry. And I think I'm looking forward to baseball conversations because, Rick, I think that you're going to bring – I'm a little old school. I think you and Hunter are going to have some really interesting baseball talks. Just knowing you both.
I agree.
Coming from the different
I agree you guys are, and I can't wait to referee them. I'm just saying, I'm just get out the way. Y'all go ahead. What y'all, and I might even instigate them.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I might even instigate them because I got a feeling they're not going to be on the same page. But it's going to be entertaining.
I don't know if we're going to disagree on that.
Not all the time.
The one thing that I do value a little more in the sport of baseball would be I'm not against the analytical world to a degree. See, I'm obsessed with wanting to be the Tampa Bay Rays, but this organization isn't, so I'm not going to pretend like I want this crew to be operated that way.
We might as well start right here. The reason why they're winning now is because they have kind of, I think, gone a little backwards on the analytics. Yeah, they still use them. Don't get me wrong.
They cut the check, and you see it, and Reese Hoskins is the ultimate metaphor for this. We looked like up-and-coming slugger. That's what it looked like.
No doubt.
Here comes the super analytics with Gabe, who has been fine out there, but was a disaster here, if we're being honest. Messes up his swing and all this stuff. He can't hit it all. Right. They go away from the analytics. Once again, he's a slugger who they might end up having to move because somebody's going to pay him a bunch of money, and they know that's on the horizon. You're absolutely right in that way. I think it's about how you mix it up. And it's about having the information and then how to use the information. And that's different. And we see that all the time.
There's definitely a happy medium.
Sure.
And that's the line because you don't want to have to flip your roster every 2 years. I
got to say something. There was always analytics. They're just out in the open now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it this way. There was a funny thing that happened when I was pitching at Veterans Stadium, and I'll never forget this because my mother was watching the game, and she told me that I remember I was facing somebody on the Mets, and up on the scoreboard, the Mets got really mad at this, that they showed the tendencies of the hitter up on the scoreboard. And the Mets were, like, furious about this. Like, okay, they're going to position their players because they're showing them where the guy hits the ball all the time.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. Somebody did say that before. They compared it to wrestling when they used to keep kayfabe, where everyone thought it was real, even when it wasn't, and the wrestlers would pretend. They said baseball opening up the curtain was the equivalent of when wrestling opened up the curtain.
I wasn't sure when I was younger about wrestling.
Yeah, me neither.
And that's what I mean. And they say that now everybody knows. They say, and with baseball, it's the same way. 3-minute break coming up here, 610-632-0975. And we'll be back here on 97.5 The Fanatic and NBC Sports, Philadelphia.
97.5 The Fanatic.
Joined for another segment with Hunter Brody, Ricky Pitalico, Jen Scordo. We are, starting on August 1st, the best show ever here on 97.5 The Fanatic and NBC Sports Philadelphia. Again, for people just tuning in, it is aspirational. The goal each and every day is to give you guys the best show ever. Will we fail sometimes? I imagine we may, but that's a high bar. But the goal remains to be at the highest of high levels. So that's why the name is the name. That is an aspiration that some people have, and other people are happy to just be in the middle, like the Flyers right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is definitely.
They're not going to be the best team ever.
No, they're not. And I've kind of been selling the more optimistic view with this approach. They're not going to be the fourth worst team in the NHL. Then I saw what they did today, and I'm going, maybe they are. I don't know what they're thinking anymore.
It's just a mess. This offseason for them, draft pick aside, because that kid may end up being really good. But as far as their moves, Chuck Fletcher is just very underwhelming.
Here's what bothers me. Johnny Gaudreau should be here, and everyone knows that he wants to be here. And all that's needed is Chuck Fletcher needs to make it happen, and he's struggling to do it.
Everybody loves that guy. Come on, he's from around here. Of course you want him here.
But
I mean,
he's good.
If you're not going to give him the money, he's not going to come. It's that right. It's that simple.
And if he ends up with either the Devils or the Rangers, which is a possibility, by the way, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. And Flyers fans, and the reason I say Flyers fans is because for some reason you know about this. If you're here, they almost put themselves in a separate bucket.
The worst.
Like Sixers fans don't think they're just Sixers fans. Eagles fans definitely aren't. Phillies fans aren't. For some reason, a lot of Flyers fans make it like this is their club, and like you guys aren't in there.
The cult, the Flyers cult.
In a way, and it doesn't have to be that way. At some point, they only have a couple methods to make the team feel the pain, and everybody do whatever you want with your money. It's your money. But goodness gracious, like hiring a coach and not putting a good team behind the coach.
If they don't do anything else, they're going to be just like last year.
I don't think they have enough room at this point to do anything else.
There's your problem. I mean,
Just,
they ran themselves into that problem. It's not anybody else. It's the Flyers did it to themselves.
and that's the part that's just disappointing because the other good organizations never get into this spot. They never get in a spot where they're both bad and expensive. You can never be both. You can be good and expensive. You can be bad and cheap. You can't be bad and expensive. That's what you can't be, and they're both. And the really
That's a
good
problem.
teams
I agree.
are never bad and expensive for a long period of time. They've been bad and expensive for a
I'm
while.
trying to think of a team that might be bad and expensive.
Very rarely.
If you looked at
Yeah.
Chuck Fletcher's track record, too, in Minnesota, it's basically what we're witnessing now, just in a different city. So
Yeah, it stinks. But there are some more kind words out there. We appreciate the unkind words staying away from us for at least an hour. So thank you guys.
Well, at least August 1st.
Yeah, at least give us the first segment on August 1st. CJ West Philly, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Yo, Tyrone.
What's up, man?
What's up? I just wanted to call and say congratulations, man. I've been listening to the station for about 2 years now, and what kind of brought me to the station was Mike. But listening to you, man, I really just get excited when I listen to you. When I first heard Mike leave, and I was like, oh man, I hope they give it to Tyrone. I've been waiting on this for a couple months, and I was going to say something to you on Twitter, but I figured I'd call. I usually don't call, but I figured I just wanted to tell you in person. And I listen to Hunter on the weekends with you, and you guys just do a great job, man. You entertain us, and I believe that this will be the best show ever.
You know what? Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're going to do our best, and that's one thing we're going to do each and every day. And again, this isn't a shot at any other show. I'm only speaking for this show. All four of us, every single day, are going to get our energy, our attention, 100% trying to make this a fun experience. And that's just what we're going to promise each and every day. All we can control is our effort, and you're going to get maximum effort each and every day. And then I believe that it's all going to work out really well. Damian on a cell. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Tyrone, what's up?
How you doing, Damian?
I'm good, man. Listen, congratulations to you and the team.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I hope you guys do well. Listen, I heard somebody call you Ricky Bo, so it can be Ricky Bo, Ty Joe, Jennifer Scordo, and the Bros.
I love it.
I'm not against that.
Okay,
like it.
we're going somewhere.
I'm not against that.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not against that. We'll tweak it. But listen, Damian, one thing that we have to remember, there are no wrong answers in brainstorming.
Right.
So, no, we'll start. That's a good jumping off point, and that's fantastic. I appreciate
When's
it,
this
Damian.
topic coming back up?
Which one?
The nickname
the
thing?
nicknames.
That's just going to go on forever.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to not come up.
Right. We've been doing shows on Saturday mornings for a while
For a
now.
long
and we've been
time.
screaming about multiple things. And
Yes.
nicknames is one, shoes
Never
is
gonna
another,
end.
music is another. It's a
Yes.
big full circle that won't stop.
It
Well,
absolutely
because it's
is.
odd, because hardly anybody calls me Ricky. If they say Ricky, it's usually Ricky Bo. It's odd.
So what do people call you?
Ricky Bo.
right. So they
But
do
never
call you
just
Ricky,
Ricky.
Bell.
Never just Ricky.
Bo.
Never just Ricky.
No.
What
Or-
do you
Bo.
prefer?
Yeah, what-
It really doesn't matter to me. Call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. I guess that would be the one.
oh, okay.
I'm dead serious. I really could care less. I
always
know
thought
when
it was
somebody's.
Ricky Bo. I thought it kind of was Ricky Bo. Like he might as well drop the Talico.
So on the back of his
We
jersey,
don't-
he was just
we don't-
B.O.?
We
Yeah,
don't
just
need the
B.O.
Talico.
Oh man.
Just Ricky Bo. Well, gentlemen, listen.
I need to get to that point where people just think the last name's Broads or the name's Broads.
Broads.
Right, but what is your last name?
Brody.
Brody.
Right.
You didn't know that?
No, he did know that. He's making a point.
Okay.
He's making a point, Ricky.
I was just making
Making
sure.
the point. Yes, I knew. I at least knew that. I knew that. I was the one who left the opening for him because he was getting married. If I know he's getting married,
But
I know.
Tyler Joe doesn't really go.
No, he said Ty Joe. No, Ty is fine. I tell you what, once everybody feels comfortable with Ty, that's when I'll feel comfortable with Bros. It's going to take people a long time to get comfortable.
But Ty's just easier to say.
Yeah, I'm comfortable there. I'm good with it.
I like Tyrone.
See?
I need the 2 syllables.
See?
Tyrone.
Do you get called Jennifer a lot?
No,
There you go.
because it's too long. It's too hard to say. It's Jen. So much easier.
Well, everybody calls me Ricky, says it's like a little kid's name.
Well, it is.
Exactly.
What's on the birth certificate?
Ricky.
See, what's going on?
R-I-C-K-Y.
All right. Well, listen, it's been a fun hour, fellas. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. So now you'll get married.
Yes.
You'll keep doing what you do.
I'll keep doing what I do.
keep doing what I do. Jen will keep doing what she does. And
Yep.
August 1st, right
We'll
here.
all meet up together. How's that?
Yes, August 1st, once you go away to Greece and everything, we handle everything. August 1st, NBC Sports Philadelphia obviously is still joining us, which is fantastic. 97.5 The Fanatic. It's just fantastic. I want to also thank Chuck D'Amico, our program director, and I want to thank Mike Missinelli. People have said a lot of stupid stuff out there. Notice I haven't responded to any of it. I will never respond to any of the foolishness. I would like to thank Mike Missinelli because he was part of what led me to this point. Did I expect it to happen this way? I did not. But truth be told, if I'm being completely honest, I got to the point where I didn't know if it was ever going to happen, period. Did it happen the way I wanted? No. So I would like to thank him as well for being part of this path that was a long path for me. So that's that. And if anybody out there tries to bait me in the future, I'm not going to answer your questions.
Congratulations to you, by the way.
No, thank you guys
Absolutely.
so much for real. So 610-632-0975. You guys go enjoy the rest of your day.
All right.
We have another hour here. We'll be back here on 97.5 The Fanatic and NBC.